If you have OpenClaw running on your computer right now, and you haven't checked for an update in the last 48 hours, your digital life is effectively an unlocked door in a bad neighborhood. We are currently living through what developers are calling the Great Hardening. Between March 22nd and today, March 28th, 2026, the most popular AI agent framework on the planet has undergone a complete architectural lobotomy. The version of OpenClaw that went viral last year, the one that promised to automate your emails, manage your calendar, and write your code, is dead. In its place is something much more powerful, significantly more secure, but also way more complicated to manage. As of this morning, the ClawJacked security crisis, which allowed hackers to remotely hijack AI agents with 0 clicks, has finally been addressed with the release of version 2026.3.28. But the fix wasn't just a simple patch. It was the catalyst for a massive corporate takeover of the ecosystem. Yesterday, Cisco dropped a bombshell called DefenseClaw, and NVIDIA released benchmarking data for their NemoClaw hardware that makes cloud-based AI look like a dial-up modem. If you're one of the millions of people raising Lobsters, the community term for running these agents, the rules of the game just changed. You're no longer just running a script. You're running what Jensen Huang now calls the operating system of the Agentic era. But before you hit that update button, you need to understand that the identity of your AI, the memory and personality you've been building for months, is at risk of being wiped if you don't follow the new global sync protocols. And to understand why your agent's memory is suddenly the most valuable data on your hard drive, we have to look at the massive wall Cisco just built around the entire framework. The biggest headline of the week happened yesterday, March 27th, when Cisco officially stepped into the ring with DefenseClaw. For months, the biggest fear for anyone using OpenClaw was the agentic loop nightmare. This is when you give your AI a task, like research my competitors, and it accidentally starts uploading your internal payroll spreadsheets to a public LLM because it thought it was being helpful. DefenseClaw is essentially a high-tech leash. It's a governance layer that sits between your AI's brain and its hands. The most impressive feature is something called real-time PII redaction. If your agent tries to copy a credit card number or a social security number into a prompt to send to OpenAI or Anthropic, DefenseClaw intercepts it, scrubs the data, and replaces it with a placeholder before it ever leaves your local network. But it's not just about privacy, it's about control. Cisco introduced policy as code. This means IT managers or even just savvy home users can write a simple YAML file that says, "My agent is allowed to read my emails, but it is physically forbidden from ever touching my tax folder or accessing my bank's URL." It doesn't matter how much the AI hallucinates or gets confused. The code level of DefenseClaw simply says no. This is the update that finally makes OpenClaw safe for the corporate world, turning it from a developer's playground into a professional tool. However, while Cisco is busy building the walls, the OpenClaw core team has been busy fixing the foundation. Because as great as a firewall is, it doesn't matter if the front door has a broken lock. Which brings us to the critical stability fixes in the brand new v3.28 patch. If you've been following the drama on X and the OpenClaw Discord, you know that the last week has been a scramble to fix CVE-20226-25253, better known as ClawJacked. This was a flaw in the framework's WebSocket authentication that allowed a malicious website to speak to your running agent. If you were browsing the web while OpenClaw was active, a site could effectively steal your API keys in seconds. The v2026.3.28 update, which went live just hours ago, finally kills this exploit. It introduces mandatory JWT tokens and loopback binding that makes it nearly impossible for an external site to talk to your agent. But the devs didn't just fix the security, they added a feature that the community has been begging for since the project started: Session Resume 2.0. In older versions of OpenClaw, if your computer crashed or your internet flickered during a long task, the agent would lose its place. It would forget what it was doing in the middle of a 1,000-line coding project, wasting your time and your API credits. With Session Resume 2.0, agents can now hibernate. The entire state of the agent, its chain of thought, its current variables, and its progress is snapshotted to your disk every few seconds. You can literally start a task on your desktop, put the computer to sleep, and your agent will wake up exactly where it left off. This leads into something even more interesting that we'll get to later: the ability to move these living sessions between different devices. But before we talk about moving your AI from your PC to your phone, we have to talk about the massive speed boost that just arrived for anyone with an NVIDIA card. A week ago at GTC 2026, NVIDIA announced NemoClaw, a hardware-optimized version of the framework. This week, the independent benchmarks finally hit YouTube, and the results are honestly shocking. Tech reviewers like Hardware Unboxed and the AI Breakdown have been testing the RTX 5090 against cloud-based models like GPT 5.4. The data shows that when you run OpenClaw through the NVIDIA OpenShell runtime, you get a 40% reduction in latency for local tool execution. To put that in plain English, when your agent needs to search your files, summarize a document, and then write a response, it happens almost instantly. Cloud-based agents feel like they are thinking through a straw because they have to send data back and forth over the internet. A local NemoClaw instance feels like part of the operating system. The most surprising takeaway from these benchmarks is that local distilled models, specifically the new Llama 4 OpenClaw Distill, are now outperforming the cloud-based mini models in pure reasoning tasks. For the first time, it's actually faster and smarter to keep your data at home than to send it to a giant data center. But this local first power creates a new problem. If your AI is local to your desktop, what happens when you leave the house? This is exactly why the community just launched a decentralized protocol that feels like something out of a sci-fi movie. If you look at x.com today, you'll see the hashtag Lobster Sync trending. This refers to the global Lobster Sync protocol that was officially integrated into the main OpenClaw branch on March 26th. Until now, your OpenClaw agent was tied to the machine it was installed on. If you taught it your writing style on your Mac, your agent on your Windows PC was still a stranger. Global Sync changes this by creating a persistent digital twin. Using encrypted decentralized storage, often through private tailscale nodes or IPFS, your agent's identity now follows you. Your preferences, your learned habits, and your past conversations are synced across all your devices. When you sit down at a new laptop and type OpenClaw login, your agent doesn't just start a new session. It resumes its existence. It knows what you were working on 10 minutes ago on your phone. The OpenClaw Foundation has gone to great lengths to ensure this isn't a privacy nightmare. The data is locally encrypted, meaning not even the Foundation can see what's inside your sync file. This sync protocol is the final piece of the puzzle for making AI agents a daily utility. But as we've learned this month, the more useful an agent becomes, the more it relies on skills. And the skill registry just underwent a massive police action to stop a wave of digital infections. Earlier this month, a supply chain attack called ClawJacked saw hundreds of malicious tools uploaded to the ClawHub registry. These were scripts that claimed to do simple things like summarize my YouTube watch history, but were actually designed to exfiltrate browser cookies. In response, as of March 24th, the Foundation has launched the Verified Skill Program. When you look at the Mission Control dashboard today, you'll notice a verified badge next to certain plugins. This means the code has passed a community-led audit and a static analysis check. The impact of this is huge. Any skill that isn't verified now triggers a giant red warning in your terminal. It's a trust but verify model that is cleaning up the ecosystem fast. But even as the community fixes these security holes, a bigger question is looming over the project. Who is actually in charge? With the project's founder, Peter Steinberger, now officially at OpenAI, there was a massive fear that OpenClaw would be closed off or turned into a proprietary tool for ChatGPT. However, in an interview that aired on March 25th, Steinberger clarified the peace treaty. He confirmed that OpenAI will provide early API access to OpenClaw, but the framework itself will remain model agnostic. In fact, the next big update, codenamed Project Anthropos, is rumored to be a deep integration with Anthropic's Claude 4.6, allowing OpenClaw to control your mouse and keyboard with pixel-perfect precision. This means that by next month, your agent won't just be typing in a terminal, it will be clicking buttons and navigating websites exactly like a human would. This leads us to the final question. How do you actually prepare your system for this level of autonomy? The events of this final week in March 2026 have proven that OpenClaw is no longer an experiment. It is infrastructure. We have moved from a wild west of autonomous scripts to a structured, secure, and industrially backed ecosystem. With the launch of DefenseClaw, the stabilization of version 3.28, and the speed of NVIDIA's hardware, the Agentic economy is officially open for business. If you are running an instance today, your first priority is security. Make sure you've backed up your identity, switch to the stable channel, and run the OpenClaw doctor command to verify your gateway is locked down. The era of raising lobsters is getting more serious by the day, but the rewards, a digital twin that can handle the drudgery of your life, are finally within reach. If you want to stay on top of the Project Anthropos release and the upcoming GUI control features, make sure to keep an eye on this channel. We'll be doing a full walkthrough of the Cisco DefenseClaw setup later this week to show you how to harden your agent for professional use. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.